The Vancouver Canucks have kicked off day 2 of the 2026 NHL Entry Draft by taking a giant. Ladies and gentlemen, Brooks Rogowski is your Canucks' 33rd overall draft pick in this year's draft. And you can take a look at the profile. It says the whole story. 18 years old, and he just recently turned 18. He's been a young player for most of the draft-eligible season. 6'7", 236, a right-handed center. Goodness gracious, Ryan Johnson ain't messing around. Brooks Rogowski goes 33rd to Vancouver. His consolidated ranking was 30th overall. He was ranked 29th by Elite Prospects, 32nd by Cam's Consensus, 61st by Craig Button, so Button was a little bearish on him. But then, a lot of these other scouts had him in the 30s. Ryan Kennedy actually had him at 15, which is really interesting, a lot higher than some of the other scouting outlets. Rogowski this season had 42 points in 46 Oshawa Generals games, as well as 4 points in 6 US NTTP U18 games, which I'm assuming included some time with the U18 squad at the Worlds. Rogowski is a really interesting pickup for Vancouver. Despite his size, he has the right proportions and flexibility to assume a deep, stable skating posture and maintain a tight grip on the puck. He carried pucks across the offensive line at a high rate, and if you take a look at the Elite Prospects scouting report, they had Rogowski as an A-grade prospect. With speed, work rate, and size, he is the archetypal fourth-line center, but building off of his playmaking flashes and skill could make him so much more. He's got shades of Brock Nelson and Michael McCarron, big dudes, some of whom were a lot more productive in the NHL this season than others. And if you take a look at more of Rogowski's overall profile, a 6'7" forward with NHL projectable skating. Rogowski possesses one of the most unique profiles in this draft, and that combination was enough to attract flocks of NHL scouts to games. But it's the layers on top of this that make him an enticing development prospect. The Oshawa Generals struggled to orchestrate passing plays and score this season, finishing with the lowest goal totals in the OHL. But Rogowski helped elevate their dragging offense. Mostly seeing baseline OHL plays from him and not NHL ones, we saw Rogowski as a future checker in the first half of the year. However, as the season wore out, he broke out of the checker mold, displaying a higher level of playmaking ability and offensive instincts than we had previously expected. Rogowski showed off his skill level. Head of scouting Mitchell Brown wrote in a report, he landed a few off-look cross-ice passes, including a backdoor pass after faking the defender and sliding it right behind their feet. In transition, he had dynamic flashes, catching pucks in flight, and working give-and-goes. The best sequence saw him cut inside, pass across the rink, slip in front of the defender, and plant his stick on the ice for a return pass that never came. Plus, some perfect first touches and high-cycle offense. He also brought his usual defensive impact here with some flashes of power moves. Rogowski's skills don't fully interact at the moment, but he does show more individual flashes. The Elite Prospects crew believes that he could become a top 9 complementary power playmaker. Really impressive athlete, an Eastern Conference scout said. Is he actually worth a first? You saw Chicago reach for West last year, so that's probably going to be what it takes to get him. Every team in the league wants a 6'7" right-handed center that can skate. And he has some pretty good advanced analytics too, an overall 92 percentile player. At the end of the day, Brooks Rogowski is Vancouver's 33rd overall draft pick. I'm thinking this is a really good one. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about the Canucks taking a giant with hands, skill, and an under-tapped level of hockey sense? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.